Have you ever heard laughter from a classroom long after school is closed? What if someone told you a class continued every night, even though everyone in it had died years ago? Would you dare to peek inside? Because I did, and I'm still not sure if I ever really came back. I had just joined Roosevelt High School in New Jersey, a century-old campus full of ivy-covered walls, creaky floors, and stories no one liked to talk about out loud. The one that got whispered the most, room 308. The door is always locked. No one teaches there. No one talks about it. But at night, especially on Fridays, people say you can hear things. Someone's laughing, and someone's crying. The first Friday of my second week, I stayed back late for theater practice. Around 7:30 p.m., the janitor came by and told us to wrap up. As I packed my bag alone, I heard it, muffled voices, from the third floor. I froze. The school was empty. I moved slowly down the dim hallway, up the stairwell, and the sounds got clearer. A girl laughing softly, a boy saying, "Don't touch her," a slap, a thud, and then sobbing. Someone was crying, painfully, like their soul was breaking. Room 308. I reached the top floor. It was cold, like winter even though it was late summer. Room 308 stood at the end of the hallway. The door had cobwebs around the handle, a rusty old lock, and yet light flickered under the door, and shadows moved inside. I swear on my life, I saw silhouettes, one leaning in for a kiss, another lunging forward to hit someone, another sitting at the back, just sobbing into their hands. I called out, "Hello? Who's in there?" Everything stopped. No laughter, no crying, no movement, just silence. Then, the door creaked open by itself. What I saw inside the room was frozen in time, desks scattered like mid-class, chalk still fresh on the board. But there were no people, only shadows, black, human-shaped silhouettes, frozen mid-gesture like statues. One had its hand raised like it was about to slap. One was leaning close to another shadow, inches from its face, and one was curled in the corner, trembling. I stepped back. My heart was pounding. Then the sobbing started again, right behind me. I turned fast, no one there. But on the wall, a message had appeared, scratched deep into the paint. "They never stopped. We're still here." And then the lights went out. The escape. I don't know how I ran down 3 flights of stairs without falling. All I remember is the sound of footsteps chasing me and a scream that didn't sound human. When I told the security guard, he just looked at me stone-faced and said, "Room 308's been locked since 1996. 3 students died in there during a fight. One was dating the other's girlfriend. It never really ended." Now, I walk past that floor every day. I hear whispers sometimes, and every Friday night, room 308 glows with that same flickering light. But no one goes up there anymore, except me. That night changed me, and some nights, I feel like I'm still in that room, like it's following me. They say if you hear them twice, they've chosen you. It's been a week since I saw the shadows in room 308. I haven't told anyone. Not really. I tried telling my roommate Rohit, but he just laughed it off. "Bro, you're just homesick. All these American horror stories are messing with your head." Maybe he was right. Until Friday came again. I stayed late again, this time in the library. I couldn't concentrate. Every time I tried to read, I'd see that room, that door, in my head. Room 308. I heard a chair creak behind me. The library was empty, or so I thought. I turned. A girl stood by the exit, pale, wet hair sticking to her cheeks like she'd just stepped out of a storm. I blinked, and she was gone. On my walk home, I noticed something strange tied to the iron gate outside the school. A red scarf, knotted tightly like it had been yanked off someone's neck. I reached for it, and suddenly, I heard a faint whisper. "Come back." I spun around. No one there, just the wind and the gate rattling like it wanted to open on its own. That night, I got a text. No number, no name, just a link. It was a grainy phone video, time-stamped exactly 1 year ago to the minute. The footage showed a boy, tall, buzz-cut, Roosevelt High jacket, walking up the 3rd floor. He's laughing, filming himself. Okay, so here I am, gonna finally see what the deal is with room 308. Hope Bloody Mary doesn't kiss me goodnight, huh? He reaches the door. The light is on. He turns the camera to face himself, fake screams joking, and kicks the door open. The last frame, his face goes white. He stares. Then the phone drops, and the video cuts. That night I woke up again. Same time, 3:33 a.m., except this time, my closet door was open. I always close it. Inside, hanging from the hanger, was the same red scarf, damp, dripping, and in the mirror, just behind me, I saw her, the pale girl from the library. Her mouth moved silently, her eyes rolled back. Then the closet slammed shut on its own. The next day, I skipped class and went to the archives room. I found the old Roosevelt High yearbooks and searched for anyone tied to room 308, and I found it, a fight between students over a girl, jealousy, betrayal, and violence all inside that room. 3 died, 1 disappeared, no one convicted, and in the yearbook photo, I saw her, the girl with the wet hair. Her name was Caroline Reese. Under her name, someone had scribbled, "She never left. Friday is hers now. Now it's my turn. Tonight is Friday again." The light in room 308 flickered on at exactly 7 p.m. I stood at the top of the stairs holding that red scarf. It smells like lake water. The door creaked open for me like it knew I'd come, and from inside, I heard my own voice whispering, "You're already part of the class. What if you weren't just haunted? What if you were meant to return? I used to think ghosts were trapped souls, but now I know. Some ghosts are just waiting to finish what they started." Friday night, 10:06 p.m. I'm writing this from the hallway outside room 308. I don't think I'm coming back this time, but before I go in, you need to hear what I found. After that night, when I saw my own voice whisper from inside the room, I couldn't sleep. I became obsessed. I went back to the archives. There were 3 deaths in 1996, 2 boys, 1 girl, all confirmed. But a 4th student went missing before the incident. No name listed, just an initial in an old report. A P, same as me. The police assumed he ran away. But what if he didn't? What if he came back? I looked at the mirror in room 308 the next morning, just walked in like I was allowed now, and my reflection didn't move. It stayed still for 3 seconds after I turned my head. Then it smiled and whispered, "We've been waiting, Arjun." That's when I understood. I wasn't haunted. I was remembering. Some part of me was already here, buried with them, and now the class wants to start again. Friday nights. That's when it happens. The shadows reenacted over and over. The girl in love with 2 boys. The fight that turned deadly. The 4th student, the quiet one, who watched. did nothing, who never made it out alive. That fourth student was me. I'd been here before, and now that I've returned, they want to finish the class. I walked into room 3081 last time. The shadows didn't attack. They turned toward me like I was a teacher, or one of them. The girl's shadow cried softly in the corner. The fighting shadows froze, and then I heard it. Present. A cold breeze passed through me. The chalk lifted on its own and rode across the board. Class complete. And then, for the first time, the light shut off instead of turning on. The shadows faded. The red scarf is gone. The closet is empty. And the mirror? It shows only me now. But there's something different. Every Friday, I disappear for a few hours. I wake up on my bed, wet footprints on the floor, and in the corner, just above my desk, is a small piece of paper that wasn't there before. Last week it said, "Attendance taken." Tonight it said, "New student arriving soon." Room 308 has gone quiet, but not forever, because every class needs students. And if you ever hear laughter, crying, or footsteps in your school late at night, don't check, don't go upstairs, because the class might be missing one more student, and they may be waiting for you.